It's like 3 a.m. I should probably be asleep right now, but I simply cannot close my eyes. I think God called me to make this video because I work with hundreds of clients on pretty much a daily basis, and most of them suffer from the exact same problem. And it's the fact that they don't understand that your income will never exceed your level of your personal development. I'm gonna say it again. Your income right now or ever in the future will never exceed your level of your personal development. Right now, you hold an identity of somebody that is able to make a certain amount of money. And until you change who you are at the core, you're not gonna be able to make more money. You're gonna be stuck at that exact same amount. You might go up, you might come down, you might be in the middle, but you're always gonna average out to the same exact amount. And I can use myself as an example. I'm 21 years old. I make millions of dollars on the internet every single year, right? But I started entrepreneurship when I was 16 years old. I've tried pretty much everything at this point. I have my real estate license. I can literally go sell a house right now if I wanted to legally. I tried drop shipping for a whole year. I've tested probably over 50 products, built websites, absolutely nothing worked. I tried to run ads for businesses, not knowing what the fuck I was doing. I tried fitness coaching because I was shredded. I had a detailing company where I was washing cars. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Oh my God. Anyways, the point being, I tried everything there fucking is, and I was not able to make money. And even though I was doing everything right, like if I went back right now, I'd be doing the exact same things, right? But why wasn't I making the money that everybody around me seemed to be making, that I was seeing on social media, etc.? It was because I was not the kind of person that deserved that kind of money. In my head, I was only developed enough to make $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, however much I was making. And the only times I was ever able to level up in life was when I leveled up myself. I started waking up earlier. I started doing hard shit like taking cold showers, actually eating right, etc. And I'm not saying go do all of that bullshit and it's gonna all of a sudden make you rich. That's not what it did at all. I'm not rich because I followed some fucking morning routine. But what it did is it built character. It built stress tolerance. It made me into somebody who's actually able to stick to a routine, to somebody who's actually able to keep their word to himself, right? And I went through all of those things. And you might think, oh, yeah, those are little fucking things I can do it if I really need to. No, you need to do it when you're least motivated, because then you actually build the skill. Because you can say you're disciplined, but then when everything goes to shit, so do you. Because I'm gonna give you this really funny phenomenon right now. Imagine you right now are you don't change at all as a person, and I hand you my business that's doing, let's say, $4 million every single year in profit, right? Do you think you would be able to run the business that's doing $4 million every single year in profit? You might be okay for a month, right? Because all the systems are already in place, but then an employee has to leave and you have to replace them and you have to go interview people. You don't know who to find. You don't know how to put your foot down. You don't know how to have authority. You might have a couple clients that get mad. You don't know how to fucking keep authority. You don't know how to actually cater to their needs. Your accounts might get banned because I have a bunch of TikTok shop accounts running right now. All of those things are gonna happen at once, and they're gonna be happening on a daily basis. And guess what? That's gonna create stress. Do you think you're gonna be able to handle that stress right now? I don't fucking think so. And if right now you're thinking to yourself, why would I ever want to be rich if it's those levels of stress? Well, that is why you're not making that amount of money, because you're not developed enough. Because to me, that stress feels completely normal. It doesn't feel like stress. It is completely fucking normal because my stress tolerance is extremely fucking high, because I've been $50,000 in debt, not knowing what the fuck I was gonna do or how I was gonna make rent. And I was freaking out. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. My world was over, right? But I got over it. And then my car got robbed the next week, and I got over it. And then I broke my arm next week, and I got over it. And then I got sick again in the midst of all of that, and I couldn't get any work done. And I'm not gonna fucking walk around here and rant how shit my life was at some point, but I had to go through all those things to develop myself into who I am now, that's actually able to handle this business. Because I promise you, I right now gave my old self this business that I'm currently running, if I gave myself all the TikTok shop accounts, all the clients, everything I have right now, I would crumble under the fucking stress, under the pressure of everything at once. I would fucking crumble. I would not know what to do with that money. I would probably go buy my fucking dream car before I should have. I would probably get this apartment before I should. I would just gratify myself. I would give myself all this vanity, because back then I thought that this is what life was about. But then I slowly started achieving these things. And before I actually got everything I wanted, I realized that it's not everything there is, and I stopped chasing it, and I started chasing the actual work. I started chasing improving myself as a man in every area of life. Because guess what? When you focus on you, when you improve yourself in every area of life, and I'm talking physically, I'm talking mentally, in your head, who you are, how you treat other people, how you're able to handle stress, etc., all of a sudden money comes to you, and you're like, where the fuck is this coming from? I'm not doing anything differently, but all of a sudden I'm making more money. Well, guess what? Because you're now emitting a completely different frequency. You have a completely different identity. You're emitting the frequency of a person that's making more money. Let's say your identity was down here, right? And you were given a business that was up here. What do you think would happen? You would always come back down to your frequency. Your frequency would not go up to the amount of money you're making. The amount of money you're making would come down to your frequency, but vice versa. Let's say your identity is right here, but you're making this amount of money because the reality hasn't caught up yet. If you stay in this frequency right here for long enough, guess what's gonna happen to the level of money? It's gonna catch up to the kind of person that you are, to the frequency that you're emitting. That is what manifestation is. It literally says in the Bible in Mark 11:24. Don't quote me, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Mark 11:24. And when you pray, believe you've already received it, and it shall be yours. Believe you have already received it. You need to genuinely believe that you already have the thing. I also know it's in Philippians. I don't remember what the verse is. It somewhere says, to those who have, more shall be given, and they shall live in abundance. But to those who don't have, even that they do have will be taken from them. What does that mean? Let's actually break it down at the core. To those who have, more shall be given, they shall live in abundance. What does that mean? The person who already has in their head, they already are the person. It will be given everything to compensate for who they are. They're going to be given more physically, right? But to those who don't have, even that they do have will be taken away, taken from them, right? So let's say you don't have any money and you're extremely stressed because you can't make any fucking bills and you're constantly in that stress. You're in that state of stress. You're emitting the frequency of somebody who's stressed about money. So what can the only possible outcome of that be? You not having any money, because guess what? Your beliefs, your thoughts, your emotions, every single day emit a frequency, and they are the cause. They're the cause, right? They're the first part of the equation. They're before the equal sign. So what can the effect be? What the cause is. So if you're constantly in stress because you don't have money, the only effect can be you not having money. It is literally as fucking simple as that. But when you're constantly going through these trials and tribulations and you slowly start identifying yourself as somebody who's making the amount of money that you want to make and everything you do matches that, all of a sudden you become the kind of person that's able to handle it. All of a sudden you start emitting the frequency of somebody who has money. When you're not able to make rent or when you don't have enough money for something you want, you're not really emitting that frequency because that's only the physical reality. You already know what is going to come to you later and you act like that person. You're like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I can't make rent right now. I can't pay my bills. I already know that the money is coming. I'm not worried about it. And all of a sudden the money does come. And I went on a little tangent here. I don't mean to get off track, but every single one of my clients, they come in, right? And TikTok Shop is an extremely easy business model. It is so fucking easy to make money, especially with AI. And I'm not even hyping it up. I don't give a fuck if you end up working with me at any point or not. I genuinely do not care. I'm saying this because it is what I do and it relates to the story. But people come in and they make money right away pretty much because of how easy it is. The barrier to entry is so fucking low. But if they're not developed to the kind of person that's actually able to make that money, guess what happens? Their account instantly gets banned. Or they just give up and they start posting. I've literally had a guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but he came in, he made, I believe it was $9.8 thousand in profit in his first month. Imagine you try something for the first time in your life and you make $9.8 thousand in profit in your first fucking month. You'd probably be so hyped, you would keep going, you would try to scale, you'll be like, holy fuck, my life really did change overnight. Guess what he did? He quit. He withdrew that money and he stopped posting. He just stopped, right? And nobody understood what the fuck happened. But at the core, I knew exactly what's going on. See, he wasn't developed enough as a person to be able to handle that amount of money. And he had two choices. Once he actually made the $9.8 thousand in his first month, 10K month, whatever, he had two choices. Oh my God, look at this guy. But he had two choices. He could have either leveled the fuck up to the amount of person that's actually able to make that amount of money, double down on what he was doing and make more money. But what would that require? That would require for him to kill his old self, to kill his identity, and become somebody completely different. And most people, they're scared to do that. And your old identity, like your current identity, think of it as an entity. It is a real living being, and it wants to stay alive, and it will do everything it can. It will fucking deceive you so it can stay alive, so it can stay the same and not change. Because humans, we hate change. Because that was his second option. He could have leveled the fuck up to be that kind of person. Or he could have just rejected it, said, oh, this could have happened in another reality. Or he could have said, yeah, I made that amount of money once, and went back to his old self. Went back to his daily job that he fucking hated, because even though he says he hates it, he's addicted to that emotion every single fucking day because his old identity wants to stay, and it feeds off those negative emotions. He simply did not level up as a person. He went back to being who he was always, right? The opportunity was right in front of him. He made a lot of money because of how easy it is physically, but his metaphysical identity couldn't keep up with it, so he went right back to where he was before physically. I'm sure he's right now struggling with bills as well. And I really hope he does well eventually, but that's what's going on right now. And the problem with most people is they think their solution is the business model. They think their solution is that they're gonna find the right trick, the right hack, and it's gonna make them more money. I don't give a fuck how many hacks you follow. You can literally copy exactly what I do. I can hold your fucking hand and you will not make as much money as me. You'll probably make no money because you're not the kind of person that's actually able to make that amount of money. But if you go and you develop your stress tolerance, you go and you actually believe that you're able to make that amount of money, you go and you actually educate yourself on a subject and you approach everything like a student rather than with an ego and thinking you know everything you're doing. If you actually develop the traits of the person that's able to make that amount of money, maybe your identity will match it. Maybe you will make that amount of money in your first month. Who knows? And I know I just went off on you for the last 15 minutes about developing your identity into somebody that's actually deserving to have what you want to have, but I'm not gonna leave this video without telling you what the fuck to do, because if my old self was watching this video when I was like 16, 17, I'd be fucking pissed, because obviously I want to know what to do. Because how the fuck do you improve your identity? Well, I'll tell you right now. Your identity consists of a lot of things. Your feelings on a daily basis. For example, let's say you're not able to afford a bill. This guy is going fucking crazy. Where is this? Oh, he's all the way back there. Let's say you're not able to afford a bill. How do you react to that? Is that just a normal thing? Or are you freaking out? Like, fuck, my life is over. Because if your biggest problem is not being able to pay a bill, what do you think is gonna happen if you had a $10 million business and you got sued for like 100 million? What do you think will happen then to your head? I'm not gonna say it on YouTube because they're gonna fucking take the video down, but you would fucking do that because of the amount of stress that would present you with, right? So you need to, how should you react to that problem? You probably shouldn't give a fuck that it's even happening, because the version of you that has what you wanna have wouldn't really react to it. You need to get your emotions and your reactions in check. Let's say your beliefs, right? Right now, you might believe that, oh, rich people are bad, or that to make more than 10 million or 100 million, you have to do something illegal, right? And you're always gonna believe these things. And now, what did you just do with that belief? You just blocked yourself from ever getting there because you don't identify yourself as a person that will do something illegal or that will do something wrong. And that's just an example. But how many beliefs do you think you have subconsciously that you don't even realize that your current identity doesn't align with, that are keeping you from making that amount of money? You literally could believe right now that paying taxes is bad, or like you don't want to pay taxes and it fucking sucks, right? And you're scared of making more money because you have to pay more taxes. What do you think is gonna happen? You're not gonna make more money because you don't want to pay taxes. It is a subconscious identity thing, and you need to identify all of these beliefs. And you're not gonna just sit down and realize all of your beliefs. You go throughout your day, you go throughout your weeks, etc., and you notice them one by one, you catch them, why do I believe this? Where did I get this belief? Does this align with where I actually want to go? And if no, throw it away and find something that fits. If it does, great, keep going. And all of a sudden, you start slowly, consciously building your belief system, because you don't know what the fuck you believe subconsciously. With the amount of content you consume every single day, with the amount of shit your family has fed you, the way you were raised, you have so many beliefs that you don't even realize that are keeping you from actually achieving what the fuck you want to achieve. And again, you don't realize it, you don't understand it. Also, number 3, what are your thoughts throughout the day? What are you thinking? Are you reacting to your thoughts? Are you giving your thoughts emotions? If something bad happens, is that the only thing that's able to be on your mind? Are your thoughts aligned with who you want to be? Are you thinking about some video game or some fucking TV show you watched last week the entire day? Or are you literally only thinking about your business? Are you thinking about those around you? Are you thinking about the thoughts that the man that you want to be should be having? Then think to yourself, are you settling for anything? Are you saying a $10 million house is too expensive? Something that's like 1 million would be good enough, right? Are you settling for anything? Anything in life? Are you about to get a car and you're going, fuck, $1,000 a month payment, that's way too steep. I'll afford this car later. I'll go for something cheaper right now and be smarter with my money. Are you settling for anything in your life right now? Because what is settling? It's also accepting that you're not able to have that thing right now. What is there is only right now. The future doesn't exist. The past doesn't exist. There's only right now. So you telling yourself that you're not able to have that thing right now will also result you not having that thing in the fucking future, because that is what you're manifesting. The second you tell yourself that you're able to have everything you fucking want right now is what will make it possible in the future, because what is your physical reality? It's simply a delayed effect of your fucking mind. It is a delayed effect of your identity, of who you are. This physical reality simply needs to catch up. And finally, once you get all of those things aligned, can you worry about your actions? And what are you doing on a daily basis? Do those actions align to somebody who has everything you want to have, who makes the amount of money that you want to make, right? Do those actions every single day fucking align? Because if you're mentally masturbating, as I like to call it, with all of these things that I just told you, but you just look back on your day and you realize you didn't get shit done, then obviously it's not fucking working, because now your belief system would be that you need to fucking grind and you need to get these things done. And finally, once all of those things are done, your identity will slowly start getting morphed into the person that you want to be. And guess what? Over time, you will notice progress. It's going to be delayed. It's not going to happen right away, but you will notice it physically. Don't expect it to come physically. Just be that person mentally. Be that person emotionally. Believe that you're that person. Act like you're that person. And all of a sudden, you're going to fall in love with the process. And you're going to notice all the things that you want coming to you. And you're like, I'm not doing anything differently that I was doing a week ago, a month ago. How are these things coming to me? Well, it's because you now have the identity of somebody that's actually deserving to have those things. And all of a sudden, you are that person that's actually capable of having those things. So the second any opportunity in front of you presents itself, you're gonna jump on it, and you're gonna take advantage of it, and it's gonna fucking work. And all of a sudden, you're gonna be called an overnight success. But those months or years of personal development are not gonna know and notice. To everybody else, they are. So develop your identity, my friend. Become the person that's actually deserving to make the amount of money that you want to make, and you will have it. I love every single one of you guys. I need to go sleep. I don't know if I can, but I needed to get, head buncho. He wants to say the same thing. This is a real motherfucker right here. This fucker has the identity of a millionaire. Look, he's about to hump my hand. Anyways, go develop into the person that you want to be, that makes the amount of money that you want to make. Focus on your development and the money will come. I promise you that.